So now I want to get into how I'm going to be planning for 2025, more so like what I'm using for 2025, what notebooks I'm using. So I'm using these three in addition to, of course, my planning, ideation, ideas notebook. This actually was originally my 2021. I was going to use this as like an annual repeating sort of bullet journal, like when I was still using this. I think I was going to use this in addition to the passion planner, and then I stopped using it and then started using it for creative ideas instead because I didn't want to waste the journal. And these lick terms are pretty good for actual thumbnailing and all that kind of stuff. So this obviously consistent, but these are kind of the three books I will be using. Now this is kind of a cheat because after I stopped using the Fit Journal for 2024, I was using this too for 2024, so I've already started using it, but I'm definitely going to be using it into 2025, and I have a second one for when I finish this up. So these are my main. We have returned to the Hobonichi, really liked it. I wanted to get this plastic cover because my last Hobonichi got kind of dirty. For comparison, these are the two, so you can see the size is significantly smaller, but the artist, it's the same artist for this cover design, which is so funny because I didn't realize it was the same artist, but I still was like, this is the cover I want. And then they were like, it's the same artist. So this is the free pen that it came with. I ordered directly from the Hobonichi website, so that's why I got the free pen. And I actually got a free notebook with this. That was like a little gift. Last year they gave me like a little baggie, but this year I got this notebook. So I kind of want to incorporate this in it this year, maybe as like supplemental notes. It kind of fits in this pocket back here, a little clunky, and kind of stretches it out. So I'm not sure if I want to do that or not, but I would like to somehow incorporate it. And it's like the same size. It just feels like it would be nice to incorporate. So let's get into this. Here's a little card it comes with. This is the full illustration. Still kind of shiny. And the artist is Hiroko Kubota. There we go. I hope I said that correctly. I started getting into this because I got the planner in November, I think I want to say. I mentioned that cyclic planning. So obviously here are like my quarters, right? That's obvious. But I delineated the different cycles. So for the 4 weeks. So today is the start of the first cycle. And I used this kind of marigold color for A, this pink color for B, this blue color for C, and then green for like the reset week. So that was what I did for all of these. We'll see how I feel about it. This year in particular, it's like still kind of like half and half, which is annoying. And then this yellow is for my planned travel. Right now it's just the residency. Then you can see I already started blocking things in, started using this in December, have different color code. So whenever I'm traveling, whenever my partner is in LA, when I'm visiting my partner, as well as, you know, my residency being blocked out already. So some general things in the future log. You can see it's a little different than how it is in the A5 because this is A6, but still has future 3 months. Now, this I have already started using so far for the monthlies because I don't want it to be too redundant with the calendar stuff. Big events, appointments, and in here, kind of like my client work, and then sort of trying to predict how many hours I will be spending and tracking the hours spent on client work on each day, and then my projects, and then applications. So that's what I was doing in December. In January, you can see very similarly. Here, I decided to block it off per week because I could. So again, so this is our current week. So we have travel and such, and then kind of the predicted client work, which I cross out if I didn't do any work for there. I'm not going too far into the future because freelance things change so frequently. So I still have a lot of this to get into. It goes into the whole year, and then we start getting into January, February, and March for 2026, just like in the last one. Now this is what I was working on the plane yesterday. Let me give you a closer look at this because I'm pretty proud of how this turned out. I feel like it's very functional. I basically migrated all that stuff from the 2024 Hobonichi planning for 2025 into here. So essentially what I did on this side, because I like my resolutions here, and this Alignment was originally a mistake because I did not center this and I just sat there being like, what do I do? But I decided to just do it here. And I wrote out all of my resolutions and my goals and my plan to travel. And I'm going to use this side to give myself stickers every time I achieve this stuff. And that feels like a good use of the space for reward sort of thing. So you can see my resolutions so far are to achieve 24% body fat, run 365 miles, launch my webcomic, and release 6 chapters of my webcomic, which came to that number. Originally, I wanted to do 8, but I came to 6 because of realizing that time is a thing and I only have so many hours in a day, which that, again, will be its own video in terms of how I'm budgeting my time for these goals. And then earn $100 in Korean study rewards. That is also like its own thing. I have like a system for that. Sort of gamification, sort of not. So these are like my big deal, big main reward, like resolutions. These are the things I really, really, really want to focus on. Now, these are kind of bonus, but I still want to work on. So this is read 25 books, watch 15 new movies or TV seasons, make 8 new zines. I made 4 last year, so this year the goal is 8. Make 12 new stickers, declutter my apartment, and update my scrapbook, because that is sorely behind. And my sister's been doing a lot of art journaling, and I'm very inspired by that, so I kind of want to get back into my own. And then here are kind of like my goals. I want to make 70K, whether that's through a job or freelance or what, I don't know, but I'm leaving it vague. Move in with my partner, crowdfund for a couple projects with the art collective that I started, and then do some animation bootcamp program and work on the animated short that we have that has been in flux for a very long time, and then my travel plans. Now here on the quarter side, basically because this was sharing the back of the month and there was some bleed through, I decided to take advantage of that and use that to block out this page, and it perfectly went into, so I have my first quarter, then I have my residency, then second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and basically what my general quarter goals are, and then where they go in the cycle, you know, like when do I actually accomplish these. So this is kind of that's like that sort of planning thing, right? It's the larger goal distilled from these resolutions, and then when in the 4 weeks will I be working on these, and then I'll be distilling all that in the weekly, etc. planning. So that's this spread, which I'm excited about. Obviously haven't started using these yet, but you can see there's this kind of timetable, the to-dos, and then some space here. So we'll see how it is adjusting to the smaller size. I'm hoping the smaller size means that these pages will look more full when I'm using them, but we'll see. And I think I'm going to use this as my brain dump. Usually I put my brain dump on a big piece of paper and paste it right above my desk, but I want to try also including it within my planner, just so when I'm not in front of my desk, I have it here so I can like see it. So obviously none of this is being used yet because it's at the beginning of the year. So we'll jump to the end here using one of these little tabs that I got from Passion Planner. And this first spread, I decided to use just for like ideas. So I have my zine ideas, I have a goal of 8, I have 9 ideas so far, some YouTube video ideas, my goal is 20. It's not a priority goal, it's however I get, but this is like, if I hit that, I'm going to feel incredible. If I don't hit that, that's still good. And then reel and short form ideas, because I feel like I need to get into that. So we'll see. And then, so here you can see there's a lot more of this blank grid paper. I don't know what I'll use it for, but probably just planning and brainstorming and things like that. The timetable again, I don't know how to use this. I got to think about it. And then the graph paper. So I was setting this up today. I'm going to be using this once again for my fitness goals. So mainly I'm going to be tracking my body fat percentage, but I'll also be tracking my total weight and my body fat mass. But the main goal is the body fat percentage. So how I'm going to do that, because these pens have 3 colors built in, basically the stuff in black is the body fat percentage. The stuff in blue, which is on this side, is my actual weight, and the stuff in red is the body fat mass. So you can see there's 3 dots. I'll be tracking these things alongside each other. I have my starting stats already. And then I have, this is kind of what I need to do if I want to maintain the same amount of muscle mass. So basically just how much body fat do I need to lose in terms of pounds. And then my stretch goal, because this feels very achievable, we'll see, easier said than done. But I have a stretch goal here and what I need to do if I want to achieve that. So this, I didn't use the favorites at all in the last Hobonichi. So this time I want to use the favorites to track my books, movies, and TV shows. There's many more things you could track. I like the idea of tracking like the restaurants and like stores and events and things like that. But I think for now I'll just use this because there's 40 entries and 25 and 15, perfect. So I think I'll just use it for the books and movies, and I'll just do it in the order that I'm viewing or reading or whatever. So I'll be using this instead of what I did last time, which I'm excited about. I think it'll be cute. I have a little more room to write about. And then for the My 100, this is why I decided not to do like everything here. This is just 100 new things. So I just want to try 100 new things in 2025, whether that's a new food, a new place, a new hike, a new restaurant, a new store. That's all going to go in here. Anything new that I try, that I do, that I go to, that's going to go here. And the goal is to try to do 100. So super fun, low-key, stressless. This I'll probably fill out throughout the year. And then here, this is going to be my miles run. So instead of trying to combine the journal with the miles, I'm just going to color it in for every single mile that I run because it ends at 365 anyways. And then this I'll do at the end of the year. Then there's a gift list. So that's how I've set up my 2025 Hobonichi so far. It's pretty functional. I'm not going crazy with the stickers or decorations. I'm just kind of using the planner as is because I think it's already super cute and super functional. I'm excited to get into it, and I'm really hoping that this feels like enough. I'm nervous about not having the weekly spreads, but again, I'm trying to use this in conjunction with my Google Calendar, which I'll make a separate video about how I'm actually planning, like using all my planning systems for 2025. But this not right now is just like the notebooks that I plan on using, the planners, right? So this is the main one, obviously. And then this little supplemental notebook that I have to figure out what I want to use it for. We went over this. It's basically a food journal. So like there's the date. I need to get better about recording the sleep, but I just write down what I eat. I'm not counting calories or anything. I write down what I exercise and any comments. And this is where kind of like the weight stuff and measurements go. And I've been using it I've been using it very consistently for like the past 2 months, honestly. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I also don't track water because I'm really good about drinking my water. And then this I'm very excited for. You'll notice I didn't have a place I was going to put my budget stuff because I just think the space is too small. So I'm going to use this instead. This is a cash book, financial planner, invoice tracking that I got in Korea. So the whole thing's in Korean. So I'm hoping it'll kind of help me with my Korean for functional use. And basically it's just like you plan out your spending plan for the year. This is your wish list. And then this is the month. So you write out the month. And then this is kind of like the budget, right? How much do you plan on spending per item? I wrote a little translation for myself. Income, savings, budget, expected income, your actual monthly, what it actually was. And then every week you have this spread that you fill out for what did you get? What was the price? What was the transaction? Et cetera, et cetera. So that's basically what this is. This is credit card. And then this is all other things that I think I wrote in the previous page for what I spent and all that. So there's something for this every single week. This is definitely a new way of doing expenditure tracking, but I'm excited to use it. So that's what I'm going to be doing instead, is using this. And then finally, in addition to, again, my creative idea book, I do have a backup passion planner that's undated and weekly that I bought years ago because I just thought this cover was really, really cute. And this has the weekly planning. So if I really am aching for like weekly time blocking, I can just whip this out and use this. So this is kind of the backup that I'll use if like I really, really, really need to. But I'm hoping I don't. I'm hoping that these 3 are enough for like kind of the daily. Honestly, these 2 for the daily, this probably more on the weekly side. We'll see. I'll try to use it daily. And then this for as I need it. So yeah, so that is my 2025 planner lineup. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this. I've already started using it for the monthly, and I'm excited to jump into it on Wednesday. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this planning content. I really love planning. I really love using planners. And now that I have this down shooter ring light situation, I'm hoping to kind of use this more, not just for planning, but also for art and time lapse and process and all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.